right, Gabby. Come on, Gabby. Don't choke, Gabby, like you did yesterday, Gabby. Yeah. You a choke artist. You going down, Gabby. You going down, Gabby. You going down, Gabby. We're doing it for Track Spice. Okay, Track Spice in the house. Come on, Melissa. Melissa got married this year, got a black husband. Gabby got a white guy.
This is disgusting on multiple levels. A fan in the stands at Olympic champion Gabby Thomas's track meet heckled her repeatedly. We would later learn why he did this. It's because, per the uploader, he gambled on the race and bet against Thomas. To give a visual, here is the man that heckled Gabby Thomas. Mr. 100K a day is what he goes by online. He would reply to Thomas on Twitter writing, "I made Gabby lose by heckling her, and it made my parlay win." He posted screenshots of the betting odds via FanDuel. Thomas saw it, and she replied, "This grown man followed me around the track as I took pictures and signed autographs for fans, mostly children, shouting personal insults. Anybody who enables him online is gross. I agree." He would then go further with another video writing this caption, "Nice to heckle Gabby Thomas today and make her lose at Grand Slam track. It was my pleasure." And then he added her. When she fired off that response, a supporter of Mr. 100K a day wrote to Thomas, "I think it's good for the sport. Literally happens in all pro sports, even college. Heckling shows you who can drown the noise out and perform at a high level." So thus, Thomas fired back, "I think heckling is tolerable, but following me around the stadium is weird in my opinion. But you're both kind of weird, so I can see why you think it's normal." Thus then, USA Today Sports would exchange DMs with the gambler seeking comment. He disputed Thomas's characterization that he was following her around the stadium and expressed his reasons for not liking her as a competitor. When asked for his name, he first asked that he be identified only by his X handle, then gave the reporter a fake name. He claims he resides in Puerto Rico, so the man is clearly not comfortable with people knowing who he is because potentially he knows that he is up to no good. This comes on the heels of multiple professional athletes fearing for their safety because of degenerate sports gamblers such as this man in the top left corner. Then Grand Slam Track would release this statement to Front Office Sports. They're conducting a full investigation into the what they called reprehensible behavior captured on video. We are working to identify the individual involved and will take appropriate action as necessary. We will implement additional safeguards to help prevent incidents like this in the future. Let us be clear, despicable behavior like this will not be tolerated. What does that mean for this guy? Potentially a ban.
I need some advice right now because I fear that I'm being stalked and I genuinely don't know what to do or who to go to. At this point, every time I travel, I'm afraid that these men, it's 3 to 6 of them, middle-aged, are going to show up and harass me. And it doesn't matter what city. They've come when I was traveling to and from Chicago. They've come when I'm traveling to and from Miami. And they have my flight information, and they show up either at the front door of the airport, at the correct concourse, or they show up at my gate, which means they have flight tickets and they get past security and all that. And they show up and they ask me to sign a bunch of these photos and pictures of me, like 40 of them. I don't know what they're doing with them. It's probably selling them. I don't care. What scares me is that they have my flight information, even when I don't even know what time I'm flying out sometimes. I don't tell anyone my flight information. I've changed all my email passwords. I don't know if they're hacking me, but they get really aggressive and hostile if I say no. And when I'm by myself, it's really scary. They got really hostile with my boyfriend yesterday. It's not even airline specific, but I don't know how they're getting my flight information, and it's really starting to freak me out. And honestly, I don't know who to go to about this. I don't know, do I go to the police? Do I go to like airport security? It's like a multi-city thing. So it's like I can't just go to the Austin police because they're not in Austin right now. I don't know where these people live. And when I ask them how they know my flight information, they lie. They make up a story. They say, "Oh, I saw you here, so I figured you were flying back." And the stories don't make sense. And I don't know, they just get really aggravated and easily angry. So I don't talk too much, I just walk away. I get why people can't respect privacy. I really don't get it. I don't like feeling unsafe, like traveling. It's really like, I don't know. I don't know what to do. Any advice is welcome.
She's also had terrifying experiences, such as the one she just detailed. On the point of sports and gambling, Reuters reported in December 2024, angry gamblers were responsible for nearly half of the 12,000 abusive social media posts aimed at tennis players. The outlet would add, with tennis players and tennis being popular on betting sites, gamblers were responsible for 48% of abuse via this report, while sexist and inappropriate comments were the most common flag posts. Recently in Major League Baseball, you should know of Houston Astros pitcher Lance McCullers Jr.
I understand people are very passionate and people love the Astros and love sports, but threatening to find my kids and murder them is a little bit tough to deal with. So, just as a father, I think there have been many threats over the years aimed at me mostly, and I think actually one or two people have, from other issues around baseball, actually had to go to jail for things like that. But I think bringing kids into the equation, threatening to find them, or next time they see us in public, they're gonna stab my kids to death. Things like that is tough to hear as a dad.
He received death threats because he pitched poorly in a game that a gambler wagered on. The Houston Police Department would not identify the suspect, but we would learn through ESPN's reporting the man is overseas. No charges have been filed at this juncture. He would admit he had been gambling on an Astros game, lost money, and became frustrated, also drunk, when he sent the threats to McCullers. Straight from ESPN's write-up is this: the pitcher told the AP his wife Kara was on the phone talking about the threats, and that convo was overheard by their 5-year-old daughter. Via McCullers himself, quote, "She asked me when I came home, Daddy, like, what is threats? Who wants to hurt us? Who wants to hurt me?" They would hire 24-hour security, and the man would apologize, though that is not enough.
"I'm sorry. You threatened to find his kids and murder them." "Oh, I'm sorry. I was drunk and I was gambling. I'm really sorry." Like, no. Once you post online that you want to murder someone's kids because he had a bad baseball game, there's no like, "Oh, my bad. Oh, I'm sorry, my bad. Like, my bad. I should have missed that free throw. My bad. I drove through a stop sign." No. "My bad. I threatened to kill your kids" is not just an indictment of your character, but like pretty unforgivable. And Lance McCullers, I saw, and he seems like a really kind of classy and decent guy, is like, "Look, I understand people gamble." It's like, no. You actually don't have to understand anything here. This guy threatened online to kill your kids. You are totally within your right to just be angry and frustrated. Again, I'll just say this over and over again. Gambling is killing sports. Gambling is infecting sports. And I'll tell you something, and this is the truth. I have a YouTube series called Pressbox Chronicles, and they're trying to generate ad revenue. And I told the people from the beginning, I said, I would not accept a penny of anything tied to gambling. Nothing, literally nothing. And they were like, "Really?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm not doing it." And I know that's where the money is nowadays, but I'm not touching that shit because it's so vile and so sinister, and it's corrupting sports in crazy, crazy ways and making people behave in just bonkers ways. You don't want to lose money on an Astros game? Don't bet on an Astros game. How about watching sports because they're fun to watch? Like, why is that so bad? And to be honest with you, every time I hear a Bill Simmons podcast, a Chris Long podcast, anyone sponsored by FanDuel, it really bothers me because you're taking blood money. And I know we need it to survive, and I know you need money, but there have to be other ways and other sponsorships besides gambling entities. And it's disgusting, it's disturbing, it's not spoken about enough, but all these places are making money off of it, and here's what you get as a result. And this guy, Lance McCullers, and his family deserved a lot better.
Then there's Boston Red Sox pitcher Liam Hendriks, a man who overcame cancer, unfortunately has a familiar story with McCullers. After a bad outing, He received death threats. On Instagram, he wrote, "Just an FYI, threats against me and my family's life are horrible and cruel. You need help. Leaving comments and telling me to unalive myself and how you wish I died from cancer is disgusting and vile. Maybe you should step back and reevaluate your life's purpose before hiding behind a screen and attacking players and their families. Whether you do it from your fake accounts or are dumb enough to do it from your real account, I think I speak for all players who have had to deal with this in their career when I say enough is enough. This is a byproduct of normalizing sports gambling. And I'm going to have someone on my podcast, The Rick Strom Show, which you all should go subscribe to, who specializes in putting out a study, a professor, and they went over this overlap between addiction, sports gambling, and how we all suffer from it as a society. If you can and are willing, please become a paid member here at TYT Sports, and or go to tyt.com/join. In addition, you can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Appreciate it. Have a great day.